Hey everybody, it's me, Grammy 2 by Pam, and I came on here. I wanted to share with you a short tutorial on how I make the purse boxes, these right here. And like I said, I really like this one. See, it just comes apart like that and goes together like that. And I actually made one for Bailey for Halloween. Yes, I made it yesterday and gave it to her. And I took a picture and maybe I'll insert it into the video. Okay, this is what you need. You need one 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and heavy paper or cardstock. That's how heavy this is. You need 2 strips of cardstock of any coordinating color that you like. Let's see, 2 inches by 7 3/8. Okay, now this, I'm going to show you this little strip, like, you know how they have them like here, and you have to take them off, and you have that little perforated edge. Don't worry about it. You don't have to try to trim it off or anything, because you're going to cover it with these little cardstock strips. Also, I cut 4 of these. I cut them. I punched them out of my Fiskars scallop circle punch, and then as decorative pieces to go on the little flaps, I cut 2 out of my new punch. This is a Nicole punch as a 1.5 inch scallop, and I also put a little bit of bling that I had gotten. I forget, I think I may have gotten it from eBay or something, or somebody may have sent this to me, but I put a little bit of bling in the center, which is something new. I had not added the decoration. And you will need, it says 2 12 inch pieces of ribbon. Do yourself a favor and make it a little bit longer, because when tying the knots in it, it takes a little bit more. This is almost 17 inches. So, okay, let me set that out of the way, get my scoreboard, and I'll give you the measurements. I may actually remember to put them in the description box. And this is the perforated edge, and it's up here, and this is it. You don't cut this, you just score it. You score it at 2.5 inches on the printed side. 2.5 inches. You score it again at 9.5 inches. I may be out of camera frame, but everyone knows 9.5 inches. You rotate it, and then you score it at 4.5 inches. And 7 3/4 inches, just like that. Okay, I'll put that out of the way. And on your little pieces like this, you just score it right down the middle at 1 inch. I don't know if I'm in frame or not. Oop, slipped off my phone. Let's see, let's just put it here. I'll put it up here. Score it at 5. Just score it right in the middle. Okay, lay that aside. And you're done with your scoreboard for now. Actually, you're done with your scoreboard for good. Okay, and then you just fold it at all of the score lines. And give it a crease. And once you see how simple this is to make, you're going to be making them like I did. Just making them, making them, making them, making them, making them. That one needs a little bit harder score in it, but it'll be alright. There we go. Oops. Went off track. Out of the way. This is some of that new paper that I got out of that Pebbles pack. Okay, this is probably going to be the hardest part to get the hang of. I glued mine. She did not glue hers, and that would be Michelle Delandis. Of course, I went on her channel. She's not been on there for like 2 years. But this is what she did. You bring this up, just like that. Actually, I have to do it this way. You bring it up like this. Make sure you got that in there, and like that. And line up the edges, and and like this. Put your finger in there like that to kind of get that going. Bring it over here like that. Line it up. Score it down. like that. Am I in frame? Yeah, I am. Okay. Go with it and just keep doing that on all of these. I find it easier to have these facing towards me so I can see whenever I fold it like this. And then just do that, like that. And then do the other one like this. Like I said, if you just put your fingernail or whatever right in there, and then it ends up looking like that. See? Like that. Around. Okay, and then just hit it down like that. Now, at this point, the original tutorial that I watched, she didn't glue anything. She folded these over like this, and this would be a really quick way. She folded her little strips over, her green, my green, and she put ATG tape on them. I think I forgot to cut those. Oh. I did. Poor Jock's girl. She did a video and she showed what she called a fail, 7 3/8. I did forget to cut those. And I said, everybody makes mistakes. That's what keeps YouTube real, right? Which I forgot something. I'll just go ahead and crease that. 7 3/8. Duh. Duh. Okay. Hang on. Alrighty. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. This. Let me make sure I'm still recording. Yep, okay. Now, what she did in the original video is she just took this, put ATG on it, and glued it down like that. And you need that little overhang right there to hide the edges of the paper. And that's what she did. She didn't do any. She used this to glue down the purse side. Me, I like a little more stability. So what I did was I went in, and it really doesn't take that much longer. I went in and I glued it. Just use my tacky glue, whatever, like that. And like it. Actually, kind of took this down like that. And it gives them a lot more stability. Like right here, see, you don't have to worry about that bagging open right there if you do it that way. So, everybody does their own thing. Okay, more glue. And it just didn't take that much longer to do that. Give it a little extra, like I said, a little extra stability. And if you're not like me and don't overglue it, you don't have the mess. Which, it's like over squeezing at the gas pump. When you try to get that perfect, right on the even amount that you want, and you go 1 cent over. Okay. This is really pretty paper. I don't get the blue with the poinsettias, but it's pretty paper, and I love poinsettias. That's probably, I love the red of Christmas because it comes at such a time whenever everything is dead. And you get that brightness of the red. And poinsettias are definitely not even a cold weather flower. I don't know where we get some of our stuff. Or legends or whatever of, I'm trying to rub the glue off my fingers. Okay. So anyway, you're to this point, and at this point you can actually, when you push it together, these things kind of just barely go in, and you can see it start to form like that. See? Okay. And these, make sure I don't miss a step here. Then these I glued, I didn't use ATG. ATG, I find sometimes after a while it releases. And if you if you're using heavier paper and cardstock, you can do this and it's not going to pucker. You know how, or you don't get that the wet glue pucker wrinkle. And you just line it up like right there, not avoiding your score line just a little bit so it'll fold over nice, and then you just do that and you go like that, just like so. Hey, I didn't get any glue on me. Okay, and then go like that. At least I do. Get it down in there a little bit. Do the other one. Okay. I'm getting a little bit over. But this is why you could like really mass produce these if you wanted to. If you had a lot, like a Christmas carnival, and this, you know, put the little prizes in the bags. This would be good for, like I said, just a little jewelry or lightweight candy. You know, if you're just giving somebody even like a Christmas cupcake, you could put that in there. It will. Oops, I didn't get it all glued down. Hey, mistakes. Now I bet I overglued it. Did I even put glue on this? I love to laugh at myself. There's somebody else on here I have been watching, and she is so funny. She cracks herself up, which cracks me up. You know, she can laugh at herself, which that is life. If you can laugh at yourself, you're doing good. I'm checking my frame. And her name is Diana, and she is Handmade by Diana is her channel, and she laughs at herself. She stumbles over her words just like I do, so it's like she's really been fun for me to watch recently. I don't know why that's not gluing down. Oh yeah, it's so easy. It's so you know, a trained monkey can do it. Well, apparently I'm not smart as a trained monkey. Okay. All right, right there. And I take my little circle punch, and I just kind of eyeball it and punch my holes. It's not a circle punch, it's just a paper punch. And I just kind of eyeball it. Punch my holes. I forget where I got this little punch. I like it. It's just a regular hole punch. Okay, poke those. Alright. Now here is where I'm going to glue these little circles together. Now this is, you can use one on the outside or whatever. And I kind of do it. I probably did that wrong. Probably did it. And I do it like right about there. I don't know what that dark spot is. I'll tell you what it is. Pain in my butt. That's what it is. And then I turn this around and I'll do the other side. It's about half. Whoop, okay. Okay. And then just line that up like that. Yeah, I wanted to use that other one. I was going to cover up that little dark spot. Well. No biggie deal. Now, at some point, if you want to, you can use like little clothespins or something, you know, to hold this to where it dries. Even up here like this. And I have done that, but for this sake of time. Okay, well, that didn't line up very well. And again, like this. Everybody's seen gluing. It's not an Olympic event. To do the inside first. Try to get it about centered and try to get like that. And this one. When you punch something out, has anybody ever noticed that there is a back and a front? It'll get like a little rough edge on it. Okay. And then line that up and scrunch it together. Okay. Probably need a little more glue. But anyway, make sure that they're secure. I have glue on my fingers. I'm sticking to my project. And then you just take these and put them on there. I'm going to let that glue set and put my ribbon through. Okay. I bring it up here. Depending on the size of your ribbon, you may have to put 2 knots in it. This ribbon was some of the recent purchase at, I will have to put 2 in it. So I made it a little bit longer. My recent purchase at AC Moore. I got some red and some green. They were $1.99 each. There's this roll right here. It says Craft and Curl, but this is not, and it's by Nicole, but it's not curling ribbon. Curling ribbon's that awful paper stuff. Or plasticky. Just a couple knots on it. Haven't had my breakfast this morning, trying to figure out what I'm going to have that doesn't involve a carb. Okay. And then back through the on the other side and check. Yes, okay. I just wanted to see how quickly I can actually make one. Once you have all of your stuff, you know, cut and prepped. Of course, I didn't have all of mine prepped. I forgot to cut my little green pieces. But hey, whatever. Whatever, it happened. It worked out. Yippee, yippee. Okay. And then these make, and some, my original ones that I had the 12-inch pieces of ribbon, and it didn't work out. My handles were extremely short, and my ribbon, I needed to double knot it. But there, okay. And my handles turned out. Okay, see? Okay, we're doing it now. Dump that out. At this point, I am going to put on my Velcro sticky. And what I do here is I cut half like that and leave that one on there. And then I do this, and I cut down to here, and I cut this half like that. My Velcro sticky. Okay. And then I peel one of the halves off, do that. And I will tell you this, I will give you this tip. The closer to the top right here that you can get it, the better off you're going to be with this. This not bending. And let it dry completely. I was so excited to mess with mine, I didn't let it dry completely. And I bent these. Okay. And take that off. It's kind of like placing a magnet. See, this is going to do this. And then you push these sides together, even this up, and then push and get the Velcro in there. Pull apart. You're good to go. And then I'm going to attach these right here to the outsides. Right here. Gives a little extra something, which I may go back and put some blue ones. I do have some frosty blue ones, and I may put some on the blue one that I made, because I'm really fond of that blue one now. Get a little bit closer. Oops, I'm probably not even in camera frame. Okay. It doesn't matter. You know how to put glue on, for crying out loud. If you don't know how to put glue on by now, by golly, you need to change your hobby. I know, that was kind of harsh, but I was kidding. Okay, there we are. Put those are on there like that. Like I said, you got to ease those in just a little bit. Put your Velcro together. Have your handles, and there you go. Very pretty, right? It's as easy as that. It really is. It's probably even easier if you cut your pieces all if you're all ready for it. But there it is. There's another one. And I don't know how long it took, but booyah, there it is. Thanks for watching, everybody. make one. It's easy. I'll try to remember to put the measurements in the description box. Alright? Thanks for watching. Bye.